What's up, guys? We got a great show this week on Pete's Basement. We're going to talk about the Suicide Squad trailer, the Deadpool trailer, the X-Men Apocalypse trailer, everything else that leaked out of SDCC, including the new Superman Batman trailer. I have a theory for you guys. We got a bunch of great books, not the least of which is Avatar's Mercury Heat, Dark Horse's Death Head, Guardians of Knowhere, Hail Hydra, and Zenoscope's Aliens vs. Zombies, and plenty more. And don't forget about our He-Man and the Masters of the Universe giveaway, which we're going to remind you of later on in the show. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Chris, thanks for coming back, man.
Good to
How
be
goes
here.
the rocket building, man?
It's hit many new dimensions of amazingness.
That's pretty fantastic. Are we in the fifth dimension yet? Like, have we breached that?
When have we left?
Well, I mean, I know Mr. Mixelplick wants to like pull Superman into it, but like as far as I have trouble conceiving of time as a fourth dimension. I'm a
But
very simple
if you just say Kebertzella, he goes back to where he came from.
You might be the only person. This is why it pays to be a rocket scientist, because you can actually say Mixelplick backwards. Do it again.
No, I actually said Alex Trebek backwards.
See, could have fooled me though. I didn't fucking know. No, whatever. All right, guys. Right off the bat, since this seems to be the most prevalent thing that people are talking about right now, let's talk about Apocalypse and the fact that he doesn't look like Ivan Ooze.
Or he doesn't have any apocalypse.
He does not. That was one of the biggest things. Yeah. Where's the fucking machine-looking mouth?
You expect changes.
Yeah.
You should be all right with that.
If the changes are acceptable.
Yes, he looks like Ivan Ooze.
Straight up. He should have been gray and blue. What's with the purple hue, yo?
But looking past that, I like the actor's portrayal of the character. He kind of reminds me of Belloc from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oscar Isaac's great. I think he's gonna do a good job. And it comes down to, and we'll talk more about this later, Jared Leto's Joker. I don't like the look. I think the character...
Such a there's so many controversial things around that right now. It's like you want to love it and hate it at the same time.
Precisely.
But
we have seen a tatted up Joker before.
You're gonna fucking reference All-Star Batman? I will pour the fucking powdered sugar on you.
Jim Lee.
I don't give a fuck.
Really?
He was badass.
In Hush?
No, Jim Lee drew a tatted Joker.
In All-Star Batman and Superman. All-Star Batman and Robin.
It was a book at best.
The book sucked balls.
Okay,
Forget
Okay, it sucked balls. It did.
I'm the goddamn Batman. Shut the fuck up, asshole.
It was a uber aggressive, in need of his mom's tit type of Batman. But Joker was tatted up like
he had a big ass dragon on his back.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So he basically was the Hannibal Red Dragon incarnate.
Yeah, that's
Joker.
actually probably a good reference that he might have even used for that.
Probably.
I don't even know if it was Frank Miller that told him to draw him with the tattoo, because I don't think Jim Lee would have just done that arbitrarily.
I don't think so either.
You know, doesn't seem...
Especially after how he did Hush.
Right. It doesn't seem like something that would follow up, via inspiration.
But images are powerful. Images like really carry a lot of weight, even if it's drawn on you, as evidenced by the drawings on you. So that the iconic symbolism tends not only to create this ethos or some sort of emotionality, but it's something that people recognize. I mean, he probably it's almost like a response to the Batman's bat symbol. So he has the dragon on his back. So and it's the opposite.
That's the problem with it. It makes him seem so much like every other criminal out there.
Yeah.
Tatted up.
Since we're on the
prison
subject, let's talk Suicide Squad real quick. I have little to no hope for this movie. I don't fucking care about it. Will Smith should probably just...
He's going to kill it. No, he
think?
will. Yeah, he will. Yeah.
He's talented.
Yeah,
he looks like he's playing the same fucking guy that he did in Bad Boys.
No, I think he's gonna pull some of the Ali from all the training he had from there. He's gonna pull some of the garbage that he got from that other planet world Scientology bullshit.
Oh, after Earth shit?
Yeah. And
that was a Scientology flick?
Yeah, it basically was. It was complete Scientology.
I knew the Battlefield Earth shit with Travolta was. I didn't know.
Oh, that was bad. I saw that shit once.
And you could even say that Oblivion was a Scientology piss because he's saying like he's the same person reborn each time as a clone. But anyway,
right.
You're right.
he'll pull it together, I think, and a couple other people like I forget the actress's name. The person who's playing Waller, she's gonna do it.
She's
awesome.
gonna be great.
Yeah.
She's a good actress. She's
Yes.
a tough bitch, and every movie she's in, she's an asshole.
Yes.
Perfect. No, like there are certain
true.
actors or actresses that they play dickheads in every movie, and they do it great.
Assholes are always more interesting
True.
to portray as a character. The hero is always like plain vanilla.
There was,
I thought you were going somewhere
there
else
was
with
some
that
actor that
asshole.
said that actually. It's so easy for somebody to portray a hero because it's easy to make the crowd love you, but if you can make them hate you, you've done a good job.
Yes.
I don't know who said it, but
Orson Welles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then somebody was quoting him because I didn't know it was Orson Welles.
Mm-hmm.
But like, for me, first of all, I think they got Harley 110% right. I love her, the way she's portrayed. I like
Except
Margot
for
Robbie. She's no white girl ass.
She's got to gain some weight.
No, I've seen some white girls with nice asses.
But they're probably Italian.
That could be it.
Or my wife.
Good for you, sir.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Hi, honey.
Other than that, she's spot on.
Yeah. Croc kind of looks like the Goomba from the
Is it
Marvel.
Croc or is it
It's
Shark?
Croc.
Whatever the heck it is.
No, it's
It's
Croc.
his croc.
It's croc.
It's a croc.
Looks like the
Who's the
Goomba
guy?
from.
Who's the guy with the match? I couldn't figure that one out.
Oh, that's that tattoo guy. Oh, I forget his name.
I thought maybe he was a
It's not
pyro or
Zaz.
something.
No, Zaz has the scars. No, I know who he is. I've seen him before. DC has so many fucking villains.
I think
Captain Boomerang. I
think he's gonna be good. I like that kid from. He was in Spartacus as Vero, which I'm currently watching again because it's awesome.
It is.
That is a fantastic, underrated.
So
show.
good.
It is.
He was in that other shit too that I can't think of, but I didn't put it together that it was him until I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh fuck, okay. And he's got the accent down pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But getting back to the Joker, it's so hard to play the Joker after Heath Ledger.
Absolutely.
The guy fucking died. They gave him the Oscar posthumously. They only did that once before for Edward G. Robinson. So how do you follow that? So I kind of pitched that you got to go see it and give him a chance to show his version
I
of the
think
Joker.
Jared Leto's going to do a great job.
Yeah,
I don't like the look of the character.
Yeah,
that's my
problem.
I don't like all the tattoos. I don't like the grills. I
but
can't. He looks
that
like
makes
Riff Raff's illegitimate love child.
But yes,
Like he stepped out of a horrendous rap video.
but if this is going through the Frank Miller Batman, the aged Batman,
Okay.
and Joker has been in there for a good 20 years.
In prison, you mean?
Yeah, what the
Okay.
fuck is he doing with himself? He's tatting himself up. He's pulling his teeth out. He's putting in the grill. He's just
So
bored.
you're saying he pulled his own teeth out, and that's why
yeah.
he's got that.
Yeah, he's not going to let somebody else do it.
That's true.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That. It's funny you say he's not going to let somebody else do it. That was my problem with the tattoos. Was he's not going to let somebody come near him with a needle. He's going to kill them.
So maybe that's the joke. So he'll let them make the tattoo, then kill them somehow.
And have to go like, who the hell else is going to tattoo him after he kills the first guy?
How scared are
Yes.
you to tattoo the Joker?
Right.
But then you have to do it because it's part of the
Because-
patient's mental health.
And
You
it's
have to do it
here's
right,
another
too.
thing. Just going on that because I like where you're going with this. Let's say you're the first tattoo guy. Oh, I'm going to tattoo the Joker, and then he stabs you in the eye with your own needle
Right.
after you're done. Now you're the next tattoo guy. You are basically at an impasse. Do you tattoo the Joker and he kills you, or do you not tattoo the Joker and he kills you anyway?
Right, because he'll find a way to kill you.
How
Right.
much is he in the movie?
That is still up in the air, and I don't think he's going to be in that much. But it does warrant me telling you guys there is a rumor going around. It's just a hypothesis that science guy here. Got to use big words. It's just an idea people
Wait,
are
how
having.
many syllables was that?
4.
Thank you. Okay. I can't do more than 5.
All right. Some people are saying that this is not the Joker, that this is actually Jason Todd, who has now taken on the Joker persona.
That's a reach.
It is a reach. It's a reach basically for the fact that this has never been introduced in the movie. So if it is the case, it's going to catch a lot of audiences unaware. They're going to be caught off guard. Like, who the fuck is Jason Todd? I only know Dick Grayson is Robin. Who's this guy? The reasoning behind it is A, he's got a J on his cheekbone right over here, which sure could stand for the Joker or it could stand for Jason.
Jason Todd, yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time we've seen Jason take on a Joker persona like he did with the Red Hood when he came back. And 2, the biggest one is when he's doing that whole scream thing and he's got a tattoo over here of like some sort of bird feather.
Yeah.
And they're theorizing that it's a Robin. Now that could just mean this is the Robin that I fucking killed for you, Batman.
No, but I think you got something there because if you look at the Batman vs. Superman trailer 2, when Batman opens that newspaper that clearly Joker mailed
You let
him.
my family die, or you let your family...
You let your family die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very personal, and you got to wonder if that's and it's done in red. So okay, it could be blood, but it also could be red for Robin. Yeah.
And the text written on the old Robin suit,
Yellow.
the joke's on you.
Yeah.
Which could basically mean, hey, I'm not dead. Joke's on you. I'm alive. Now I'm the Joker.
And wouldn't that be the biggest, like,
Boot in the ass.
well, not so much that, but like you think of like all the old Grecian things, like the biggest Atlas thing that he has to carry is that not only did he fail, but he still has to live with that failure.
And the fact that his greatest failure became now his greatest enemy all over again.
Which, that goes back to, what is it, the Flashpoint paradox, where, yeah, I know. But,
Time travel.
where Batman's dad's wife became the Joker.
Right.
That's so awesome,
Yeah.
though.
It was. Yeah, it was a
That
great
was one
idea.
of the best fucking 3 issues I've ever read. If you guys have never checked out Flashpoint Batman, do yourself a favor. Go get it. It'll be the best $15 on a trade you'll ever spend. I promise you.
All the
That's
things
got to
you
go
wanted to
up
see
on
Batman
fucking
do,
PB
but
Top
never
Picks.
did. Yeah.
I'm just going to write that shit down.
You gotta do the sign off.
Sorry, guys. If I don't write it down, sometimes Pete forgets. Speaking of hypotheses and such of the like, let's talk Batman Superman for a quick second here. Now, we watched the trailer. I will say that it looks a lot more interesting than I originally gave it credit for. I don't want this movie to fail. I want it to be fucking so good that DC just keeps making movies, because once one fails, they'll all
That's the
start to
end,
fail.
yeah.
Right.
I don't
Because
agree
it's just
with
too
that.
costly to do another one then. Yeah.
Right, and then it becomes the beginning of the end for this comic book world movie nirvana that we've built for ourselves.
I think if one fails for DC, they'll have to go back to the drawing board or cancel.
Yeah.
Not like all comic movies going to fail.
No, but this is definitely
But
the
it
crux
could-
test for DC, and it can't not just do okay.
It's
It
got to
ha-
kill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
no,
has to
this
do-
shit needs to make at least $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worldwide, not domestic.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
no.
almost impossible.
Well, yeah, because the only there still hasn't been inflation adjusted anything that's crossed over the billion mark for sure, if I can remember correctly,
Domestically? No.
domestically.
No, not at all.
The only one that did was Gone with the Wind, which inflation adjusted is $1.87 billion domestically.
Yeah.
Wow.
That movie's a beast.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was Ben-Hur or something like that, but yeah. Back to Batman.
Back to Batman. Here's my theory that I posted on Instagram, and I'm going to tell you guys about it right here, right now. The scene, I'm going to pop this picture right up on screen. It's 2 screen grabs of Superman kneeling in front of Lex Luthor. Lex is going to touch his hair. We know you don't mess with the super do. We don't
Just like Ace Ventura.
Don't do that. And then he's looking all mean and shit, like just glaring at Lex. There could be a lot of reasons for this. One, Lex could have hit him with some sort of kryptonite that made him kneel, and Superman's pissed because he can't do anything. But if that were the case, I would imagine Supes would be crawling at him and not just kneeling there. Maybe Lex is threatening a loved one or something, and that's why Superman is forced to kneel. Sure, that would piss him off. But here's what I'm thinking. We all saw somebody unzip Zod's body bag. This is probably Lex, who is going to take Zod's DNA and maybe mix it with a little bit of DNA from Superman, or maybe he takes Zod's body and clones himself his very own Kryptonian. It wouldn't be the first time he's done it, depending on your continuity that you want to follow. I think that isn't Superman. I think it's Bizarro. And
Do you think the guy that fights Batman is Bizarro, or is it Superman?
that's up in the air. I think it's probably Superman, just because the fans would be upset if
Yeah,
it wasn't Superman.
Because the whole line, I want you to remember this, Clark, with my hand around your throat.
Right.
And how it could have gotten differently or something like that. Yeah.
That's got to happen, or at least to some point.
Yeah, because that's all the way back, 2012 when they announced that with,
Right.
what's his name? I forget the actor. He's incredible, by the way.
Henry Cavill?
No. This is the guy who played the Fulberg Colonel in Man of Steel. And he was also in The Matrix. That was kind of like the antagonist. I forget his name. Anyway, moving on.
Agent Smith?
No.
I don't remember.
Can you imagine him in this movie?
Anywhere. Just doesn't matter with
Oh
that
my God.
voice.
Yeah.
But now,
Have you ever just stared at it?
we think...
Marveled at its brilliance?
we've got it on good authority that Doomsday is the big bad of this movie. Lex is the villain. Doomsday is the final fight. My theory is that this bizarro clone of Superman is going to be uncontrollable. Lex is going to get it right, but not quite. And it's going to fail. And it's going to begin to degenerate and mutate until it becomes Doomsday. Now, the naysayers out there will be like, well, why doesn't he have the backwards S on his chest? Why is he shooting heat vision instead of ice vision?
Because you were looking at a mirror.
Right. Because Lex, if he's making a Superman clone, he's going to make it exactly like him with the effort of either having his very own, because he's a rich, spoiled brat, which I don't like that direction, but fuck it, whatever. That's a different conversation. Or B, he's going to use him to discredit Superman.
No, he's not a rich, spoiled brat, because they actually went into it. He is a street kid that fought his way up into being a rich kid.
Uh-huh.
So he was actually the antithesis of what Bruce Wayne was. Bruce Wayne was born into money, even though it was tragic death and all that. You had him born into money. You have Lex Luthor had to scrap his way illegally.
Okay, I like
into
that.
Yeah,
except for one problem. He's a street kid. If you wore that in my neighborhood, you'd get beat up.
Yeah. If you had the flowing orange locks, yeah.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker needs a 2-clip skin fade, done deal.
But isn't that scarier when the kid who looks like a girl beats the shit out of you?
I've never had it happen, thankfully. I don't know.
Me neither.
That would be horrible. Horrible.
I think that this clone is going to degenerate into Doomsday. I think it is a clone. I think it's Bizarro. And as for the final question of why does it look like Superman if he's using Zod's DNA?
The red capes are coming.
Because comic book movie, and I'm not a biologist. A better writer will figure it out.
A xenobiologist.
Something.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's another thing. The red capes are coming. Doesn't it stand to reason that Lex would be building a Superman army for the military?
Or himself.
Or himself. Yes, the red capes people think are the soldiers wearing the S's and shit. Sure, why not? But why couldn't we have soldiers and Supermen?
But that,
we won't know until another year.
Can you imagine being in a world where one person has all of that power and can do whatever they want and is not held accountable to any government, people, or otherwise?
So you're pro-registration?
No, I'm not pro-registration.
Really?
I'm not. No. Because I think that kind of behooves then the manipulation of the political machine. Mm-hmm. But from a democratic standpoint, you can't just have one person holding all the keys. Because we all live here. So I understand why they'd want to build up something as a deterrent, the same way you have an arms race between Russia and the U.S. and all that, or getting to the moon before anyone else. But, yeah, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, okay, let's work together. But at the beginning, it's like, okay, I don't know you, you don't know me. It's like when you get into a ring fight. Mm-hmm. First round, nobody tries to knock anybody out unless you're Ronda Rousey. You feel the other person out, see where they are. Then you wait for round 2. You try a little bit. 3 and 4 is when you try the knockout. You don't go the first round.
Right, don't go balls to the wall because you may just wind up regretting it.
Exactly, like we found out with the last Ronda Rousey fight, where she went in and tried to do a flying knee. And Rousey was like, okay, thank you, snap.
I'll fight her. Did you see the thing?
Did you hear that, everyone? It's happening now.
I'll fight her in a heartbeat, and here's why. She gave the dude on Entourage an ultimatum that if he could last 30 seconds in the ring with her, they can go on a date. I'll take that bet, Rhonda. I'll go a minute.
He would go in the ring for 20 seconds if he can just put on her shoes.
I just want to see her. Just in person.
In full glory.
Possibly ask her to kick me in the face just once. Would be glorious. Let's talk Deadpool now. Honestly, how great does this look?
Oh my God. I'm wearing my red pants. Are you wearing your brown pants?
Dude, you are hard to look at. You look like an avocado fucked an older avocado.
What was the other one where it's
You look like Freddy Krueger face fucked the topographical map of Utah.
Yes.
That shit is fucking great.
Oh my God.
But how about the fucking?
But that was T.J. Miller, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about the dig toward Green Lantern? Just don't make my suit animated or green. I think it was reversed.
And he's
but
got
still.
like the neck choker on when they put him in and do that.
Or there's one point where he's walking by, he's like, "Fuck Liefeld."
Why did they change the music when he's sitting over on the bridge? I kind of like the whole, like, it's in the test footage, quote unquote, which is garbage. They did the whole, what the hell was it? No Doubt song. That's my shit. That's my shit. And he's like drawing the thing before, and they changed the music. I forgot what the music they changed to in this trailer that came out on Comic-Con.
Oh, I didn't notice. I've said this before, and I'm not very attuned to like the music in the background for whatever reason.
Missing out.
I know I am. I just my brain just for some reason does not work that way. What did you think of Deadpool? Like you've been noticeably silent.
Noticeable.
Deadpool isn't my favorite character in the world.
But I mean,
Yeah, I know.
still.
I want to
What?
see the action in it, not to hear all the wisecracking jokes.
I think that's what we.
But
I
need.
know that's what
but-
Deadpool is. That's why I don't
But
collect them.
no. Hold on a second. Hold on. I can go out and see a kung fu movie any time of the fucking week.
Yeah,
I want to see well-timed comedy and explosive comedy with kung fu and knives.
did they show us Kung Fu and Knives with the comedy?
Yeah.
There was, I think there was some action in that
Oh,
trailer.
yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it was a leaked trailer.
There was
no
cutting
HD
up of
shit
people.
anymore yet.
Okay, maybe I need to go look that up again.
Yeah, you should. But I mean, we're getting like a new. Ryan Reynolds said we're going to get something in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 'cause-
Hopefully, it's an HD trailer of some kind.
I just want to give T.J. Miller a gun and have him do lines along with that.
What kind of lines? Like reading or.
Anything,
crazy youngins.
anything that tickles
Every
his
week.
comedic genius.
Every week there's a Coke reference on the show.
Fucking funny.
I saw him on At Midnight, and this is after Silicon Valley with Middle Out, which if you haven't seen it, watch it. Middle Out is the most hilarious, well thought out physics representation of dick jokes I've ever seen. And he was just killing it. It was on 420, so all they were doing was talking about we all know. And he's like, I'm not even here. I'm not even sure that when I'm here, but I'm not here. And some soliloquy about nonsense. And I can't, and I'm destroying it. TJ, I'm really sorry. I just killed your joke. I'm sorry. But moving on, yeah.
I want to go back to Apocalypse real quick, and I want to see what everybody thinks of Storm and Psylocke being horsemen. Potentially with Magneto. We know Angel's one of them.
It
I
doesn't
just gotta-
bother me, but the
I just got an
visuals.
image of like women on horseback and their boobs going up and down.
Olivia Munn is really hot.
She is hot.
And Olivia Munn said Pete's Basement.
Yeah.
If you go back to an episode of G4,
A few years ago, yeah.
several
Attack of the
years
Show.
ago, Attack of the Show.
Wait, I didn't know
season
Olivia Munn's
1 or
going to be
2.
Psylocke. Is that really
Yeah,
happening?
it's really Psylocke.
Seriously?
You got to see the training video, man. She's fucking ill with a sword.
She said that it takes her 2 women and lube to get into her outfit.
Yeah. Did you hear the
Why
fucking...
is that not like a video in of itself?
Did you hear the
for
crotch
fuck's
fell
sake.
off?
I mean, that's a porno. She can make money off of that and retire.
It was so tight
That's a
that
$1 million
she did a
industry
stunt
money and a half.
and like her fucking Twibby just fell out of the costume.
Did you see the one where she jumped into the pot of pudding and was fed pudding like a
No.
little girl?
That sounds kind of hot though.
I didn't
gotta
see that.
admit.
It was hot and ridiculous at the same time. It was awesome.
She's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A final note on Apocalypse. I'm really hoping that either A, there's some more CGI to be done, or B, it's like a video game. This is not my final form kind of thing, and we'll see a little bit more of a, just jacked up techie Apocalypse later on.
I'm
hopefully.
hoping. Yeah.
Let's fucking hope.
I'm going to push back on that and say no.
Probably not. But I mean, I
No,
can
not,
hope.
not for the fact that they're going to be dicks and just cop out on it. But I kind of like the understated villain, because I find that to be freakier and scarier than the over-the-top villain. Like Heath Ledger's Joker was scary and freaky because he was low-key and kind of just hit it at the right times.
Yeah. Okay.
You look at Hannibal, like when you came around that first time and you were waiting to see what it was, first line was, hello. It wasn't
Right, you
anything-
weren't expecting a little old guy.
Yeah. So I kind of hope they play with that, and I could You know, I'm happy to, even though I really want to see that happen, I'd be happy to say, no, that's okay. You know, go forward with the whole villainous ridiculousness.
Okay.
I'd like to see Juggernaut come back in one of
Yeah.
these movies, like a real Juggernaut, like the real Juggernaut. Not I'm a Juggernaut, bitch. Not that guy.
Well, Vinny Jones was it?
Not to take anything away from Vinny Jones.
No,
but
no,
he's
no.
great.
No, he
No,
was
'cause
horrible in that.
He
though.
could kick all of our asses
Yes, he
and
can.
then do it again.
He's
The problem is, yours says replica on the side, and mine says 357.
What did he say? What was the guy's name? Arnie, grab your socks.
Such a fucking good snatch. Did you see
Mine
this?
says Desert Eagle.
That was a Desert Eagle.
Yes.
Oops. Ah, well, one's significantly bigger than the other.
That the kickback.
That's what she said.
If you've ever used a Desert Eagle,
You know.
snap. I'm
See
not
that video
kidding.
of a
And,
boy
like
getting
you,
popped right in the face with the kickback?
yeah, but like you and I would have that problem.
Yeah.
Seriously. And
Yeah,
I know guys that like they train the guys at West Point, and they really have to be down and sitting there with that 50 caliber because it
50
is
caliber
it's a
fucking pistol.
50 caliber pistol.
It's a cannon. It's a portable
Like-
cannon.
Yeah, it's like
I shot a
Barrett
44
50
Magnum and I thought
as a
my
pistol.
fucking hand was gonna fall
Yeah.
off.
By the way, Agent Smith used that.
So did RoboCop.
Yeah. No, I think that was an automatic Desert Eagle.
Let's talk Book of the Week.
Book of the week.
Now, there's a toss-up for me between Mercury Heat and Death Head, but I thought Death Head won out.
Really?
I loved it. You know, I like horror shit, and this reminded me very much of like where Witches was going in the beginning.
Okay.
Like, with, you know, this husband and wife are kind of vacationing in the woods. The kids are home, you know, presumably being watched by like a ridiculously hot aunt or something.
Always.
The kids getting picked on in school.
Hot ants. It's the trend.
It is a hot.
They
elf.
always have the biggest boobs.
They do.
You notice? And they're always in sweaters.
Marissa Tomei.
I don't have any hot ants. I have wonderful, loving ants, but none of them are hot.
Okay. No,
Probably fortunate, though.
This bad territory we're going into.
Elf. That's a new term
Roll
that
it
we're
back.
coining. Ant, I'd like to fuck. As opposed to MILF.
Elf.
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 Not alien life.
Like if Alf had landed in Boston, same idea. An elf.
They're not eating cats, and they're not going, I kill me! You know.
I forgot he said that.
Yeah.
So you got this couple running out in the woods, and they come across this like ancient dwelling, looks like 100-year-old town or whatever, and they're exploring it, and they find all of these death's head hawk moths in this church, which is like this wherever they're camping or whatever is like just laden with moths.
Seriously. It's
And
absurd.
they're all just chilling in this one church. And they accidentally wind up in the crematorium downstairs. They get locked in. And
then they're like, "Let's have
something turns
sex."
the fucking engines on. And then you see this dude walking in. He looks like death, but he's got one of those like weird...
Old school plague
Yeah,
mask.
the noses,
yeah.
yeah. What was that from? That was in Solomon Kane, right? They had one of those guys.
You know, I didn't see that movie. I wanted to, though.
Oh, great lines in that
seen
movie.
it.
He's like, come get me because I'm not ready for hell. It's awesome.
It's always on Netflix, and I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I know. That's one of those that's like, it's like I'll watch that eventually. And
Yeah.
it showed up on Sci-Fi one night. I was just like, all right, can't turn the channel.
You know, speaking of I'll watch it eventually, I actually pulled one of those the other day. I watched Human Centipede 2,
Oh.
finally, while eating Zeppelis and drinking chocolate Nestle's Quick.
Why would you
Achievement unlocked or what, people? Come on!
do that?
That's like
Something's
watching Alien in a bag of snakes. You just don't do it.
I like the book,
I loved it.
but it kept on jumping back
Creepy.
and forth too much for me.
Little ghost girl?
The little ghost girl, the kids getting lost, the kid being bullied. It was a bit too much to make a book of the week for me.
Okay. What was Book of the Week for you?
Avatar, Mercury, Heat.
Okay. You would like this. They're basically colonizing Mercury.
Well, it's science already. It's mercury and heat, so you know.
Yeah.
They're colonizing Mercury, and they're talking about like how the planet spins slower than it revolves, so the day is actually longer than the year.
That's Venus.
Now they have it as Mercury. Sorry. So this is scientifically inaccurate?
Sorry, guys.
Ooh. I thought Venus was only the one spinning backwards, but I thought it was...
It is spinning backwards, but the day is longer than the year. It takes over one Venetian year, Venusian, to go one full day revolution on Venus.
Shit.
So not Mercury.
That I don't know.
Like the whole plot line.
Honestly, I thought Mercury was like the moon, where it's just one face going around.
That was like where they're going with it. Was like
I think
the
that's what
hot
it's
side
saying.
and the cold
hot
side.
the cold side, and in the middle, there's a livable side.
Right.
A livable
like a
point.
temperate zone.
They're not wrong because there actually is water on Mercury.
Oh, okay.
And it's got to be just right in the middle there. And they're like, the front
Both
of Mercury
sides.
is
Even the hot side?
Yeah.
How the fuck is there water there?
I don't know. And I was like, I saw the data come across from the satellite. I'm like, that's
apparently
gotta
the
be
hot
wrong,
side can melt lead, and the cold side can liquefy oxygen.
So what's happening? Maybe it's a spaceship covering. I don't know.
But like they're on Mars. They're and it's like there's cops and robbers and everything. They're investigating a murder. But eventually they're probably going to be drawn out into the Mercurian world.
That has to play.
Where they have this point where like you have to outrun the dawn, and like as the sun is fucking chasing you, you're gonna fucking burn up. Did you ever see that movie Sunshine?
I was actually thinking of Riddick.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
That
idea.
Was
yeah,
badass.
Yeah,
that was a good
that-
flick.
yeah.
And I love the part where I forgot what the species was, the Furian.
Yeah.
He just decides to walk
out into it, and it takes a while for it to
and he gets up, and walks again, his arm falls off, gets out, he gets up back again. I'm like, dude, that's badass.
Furian's a badass.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Pass me that, please.
No, he meant the RoboCop.
He can pass me the
So,
Robocop
I
if he
mean,
wants.
I like Mercury Heat and the
You have
fact
to
that
add a little water to the single malts in case you don't know. It
That
opens up
wasn't
the
a little.
bouquet.
after 8 years of this show, if you don't know that already, you're not paying attention. I don't drink that.
Maybe they're not paying at all.
Pay, bastards. Pay. I liked it. It's gory, but that's Avatar for you.
Yo, you see when she put the dude in the fucking like chokehold with her
Yeah,
legs and squished his head?
That's it. What a way to go.
She's like got this armor on that adjusts her strength levels and
Yeah.
shit as needed. So she's got this guy in a fucking like leg lock chokehold, and she just crushes his fucking head like a grape.
Yeah, so I'm gonna split the tie. I'm gonna go with Mercury on this one.
All right.
It's like the spooky sort of crematorium thing. Yeah, the problem with me is you get all of the BPRD and all of the stuff from
Dark Horse?
yeah
Hellboy.
but Mignola. He tells a great spooky story.
Who does?
So anytime I see anything else that isn't by him that is supposedly spooky, I'm like, nope.
I recommend you read Scott Snyder's Witches.
Scott Snyder.
Scott Snyder.
Okay.
Same guy that wrote Batman.
Yeah.
But this is his own like original story, and I find that when I really like a story, I read like the backup notes and shit. And it was it was about like a forest that he used to go through when he was a little kid, and they used to like hear him and his brother would hear shit just running in the woods and stuff like that. Because if you've ever been out alone in the fucking woods, you hear things, fucked up things, just weird things that you have no explanation for. You're Puerto Rican. You don't go to the woods. I understand that.
Does he
I'm white.
swim?
I tend to do that sometimes.
I don't swim either.
All right.
Fucked up shit in the woods, man, dude.
We're getting racist. I'm sorry.
The little healthy racism is good.
Say white jokes soon, so that we'll be even.
I don't know, man. I'm Italian, and the way I look at it is like I'm white if there's black people around. Like I know that.
Yeah, I
have
don't
to be
consider
white
you
now.
white.
I get it.
I consider him
But if
mad.
there's like white folks around, like Irish or German, like yeah, I'm fucking Italian, guys.
So instead
Chill
of a
out.
chocolate bar and snow, you're snow and chocolate.
I'm like that caramel Toblerone bar that you find very rarely. You know,
Can we move it along?
we could possibly.
I think I've fried that, but I've never.
That's
eaten
an interesting concept.
it, right?
Now, guys, before we close out the rest of this show, I want to remind you about the He-Man and the Masters Universe giveaway. Just hit up our website, peachbasement.com/MOTU contest, and you'll find the Rafflecopter Jammy right on the bottom with like at least a dozen ways to enter this contest. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can like us on all of the social media if you haven't already. There are also 2 trivia contests since we got 2 books to give away. Figure 2 questions. One is, what was the very first episode of He-Man and the Masters Universe titled? What was the title of the first episode? And 2, in the episode The Problem with Power, before He-Man tosses his sword into the bottomless abyss, what does he say to revert back to Prince Adam?
Orko.
Go gadget sword.
Telling you, it's just a clapper. It's a big-ass clapper. So, guys, get on that. This contest is lasting until the end of July. So you have plenty of time. And remember, you can enter more than once a day. More than once. You can enter every single day. You can share the post every day. You can also tweet or Instagram a picture of yourself being a He-Man fan. Plenty of ways to do that. Grab yourself a fucking knife from the kitchen and raise it to the power of Grayskull and have your girl or your mom take a picture, whoever it is.
Can I make up different porno names and use different colored wigs?
Anytime, however creative you would like to be, you go right ahead and do that. So guys, this is about that time. Remember, if you want to watch the rest of this show, you can rent it for 99 cents, and it is yours to keep for 2 whole days and nights. And then Roger, dressed as Orko, will fly into your house and cast a spell on your computer, and the episode deletes itself.
Oh, dirty.
For $1.99, you can download this, and it is yours to keep forever and ever and ever. And for $3.99, you get the Power of Grayskull package, which includes behind the scenes, early access to the contests and stuff. You also get 6 episodes for the price of 4. Remember, you do get the 2-week trial membership, see if you like it and everything before you get charged anything. And then you can watch the rest of it. You can also backtrack to all of our older episodes. So,
cool.
Once you have that access, you can go and watch all of them. You are in all of those, actually.
Really?
Well, not every single episode, but all of the ones you are in are there.
Wait, but am I sexy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everything's
absolutely. Fine. You are the only guy who comes on the Pete's Basement Show in a suit, so that's points in your favor right there. Sorry, ladies, he's married.
See?
Make sure you tune into the rest of the show, and we'll see you next week for a quick interview. We're off next week. Wish a hearty congratulations to our buddies Vinny and Victoria. We went to high school with Vinny. They will be getting married on Friday and Saturday.
Golf clap.
So neither Roger or I will be around to edit. Sorry. So no episode, but we do have an interview coming up, and we'll get that up to you as fast as possible. See you next week.
Not if I see you first.
Dumbasses.
So back to Avatar for one quick second. Our boy Matt hit us up with a bunch of questions. I said, what do you think of the Gore books crossed?
I
never got into them. I tried, because I like blood and guts.
Holy shit, that took it to a whole new level, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it did. I mean, like, killing them and then reaping their corpses to the point it was like...
Gore for the sake of gore.
Yeah, but you felt bad that you were looking at it. Because you were worried that maybe you might get aroused.
There was a lot of flying dicks in that, and I don't mean flying dicks with wings. I mean dicks that got cut off and were flying through the air.
Yeah, and...
When was the last time you washed and dried your car?
Never.
Exactly. I have used a chamois, and I do not understand the science behind it, but it's like a magic carpet. Somebody just took a piece of Aladdin's motherfucking carpet and cut the shit out.